Welcome to this video. In this video I will demonstrate two concepts of nodejs. One is callback and another is the event. I will actually demonstrate from here nodejs callbacks and nodejs event loop. So this is Said from Toronto, Ontario, Canada. I will tell from here, but initially I am just giving you some overview. What are those concepts? Callback. Callback, it's actually you use those in jQuery or Ajax. You use this all the time. It is just for the asynchronous communication, asynchronous code. Let's say when you request for something asynchronously, then what happens is that one will be a site, that function will be a site that will be there, and then the main program flow will continue to the next step. But when that request will come back with a response, then some method or functionality work. That's what we call callback. After asynchronous, the method is coming and working. It's success event, error event, or probably if it just returns some data, we can just do something. That is called callback. And event driven. Node.js is heavily event driven. Event driven, that's what makes it scalable and fast and all those things. Event, yeah, I think your computer, I think the hardware, I think when you design those hardwares and all those things, there are some event based stuff for sure, because when you click something, then it happens something. When you move something, it happens something. If you click on something, then something happens. So I think what the computer is waiting for your action, right? For your action, and then based on your action, it does something. Yeah, Node.js application, you can run it in an event style. Okay, what happens is Node.js, this application after running, it just waits for different events. So whenever an event happens, it does some action. So what you have to do, you have to create some independent events or possible events that can happen, and for each event you can create some corresponding code or method that will get executed on that event. So what you have to do, I think in your Node.js application, you have to do some sort of registration. I think this is the event name and this is the corresponding method to execute. I think if you work on the Visual Basic or web form application, you always see you put some button, you click and the code comes. So it looks like when the click is happening, that code block will run, that kind of thing. So the same thing here, you need to register. In GUI development, you just click and the code blocks comes, you write it there, it's just kind of automatic, but you have to create the relationship here in Node.js application. And I think you also need to fire those events for the corresponding situation. You have to fire, and then yeah, it will work like that. And callback concept, I think then they will also show two different things, synchronous and asynchronous. We are just telling them asynchronous event, that will be callback. The main program flow will proceed, but the callback option will only run when the return comes from the from its job. But for the synchronous, what happens is it will wait. The main program flow will stop until the response comes back. Only if it comes back, then it will proceed to the next step. So this section will also show example on synchronous thing. Yeah, I think this synchronous asynchronous thing, you find it in all other programming languages, and in theory for sure you got it when you study the operating systems theory. You for sure get it if you study some sort of hardware design, motherboard design, or whatever design you read. you will always these synchronous asynchronous things. Yeah, probably forget about the hardware thing. So this is the synchronous example. Let's see. So file system module. So read file synchronous, it will synchronously read. So this one will never show up before this has been read and the output is there. I think in this file we have given this stuff. So this will come first and then the program indeed will come. So main.js, okay. So the first, the information from this file will be on the output, and then this part will come because it's asynchronous. Until it's completed, the program flow will not proceed. Non-blocking code example. So you can see it's just the read file, so it's just asynchronous. So while reading this and processing this part, the program flow will go forward, and this might come earlier than this text, but it's not impossible that this text will come before this. But usually IO operation is slower, so in most cases this will come first and this one. Yeah, program ended and then that came. So that's about the callback and the event loop. Yeah, event driven programming. Okay, the hardware thing that I was going for the event driven aspect, not the asynchronous. Yeah, on the many of the network hardware they also use event driven. Event emitters, events, event handlers. Okay, this is all the events. The different event can happen, and based on this corresponding event handler will get executed, and then again it will again wait for those events. So we have to use the import the event module, event emitter object. So event and the corresponding event handler, you can just bind this, and when you need to fire, you have to fire this. Okay, that's all for now. You probably can try. Okay, it is just the connection event. That's when stuff are firing and the corresponding stuff are happening. Anyway, that's all for now. You can actually see some random nodejs videos here. I will create some more from here and then put it there. Anyway, bye bye.